Natalie and welcome back to my sewing vlog, The Seaside Sewist. So quite a different vlog today and an exciting one. This vlog is all about the Harrogate Knitting and Stitching Show that I went to last week. Now you might have seen on my past vlogs that I have never been to a sewing meetup or met up with any sewing friends. So I did put a bit of a shout out to anybody who was in the same position. Did they want to come along to the Knitting and Stitching Show? We could all meet for the day and have a good day around the show and then go for something to eat afterwards. So that escalated. There ended up being 6 of us. There's 9 of us in the little group, but 6 of us went for the day, and oh my god, it was the best day ever. We had such a fantastic day. Where do I even start? It didn't get off to a good start, so about 9:30 the night before, my train there got cancelled, which was fine. My husband said, I'm working in Leeds, I will drop you in Knaresborough, which was a couple of stops away from Harrogate. Got up the next morning and the weather was horrendous. So it literally rained all day on the Thursday. We went on the Thursday and it didn't stop raining all day. So I got to Knaresborough and the lovely Dawn and her daughter-in-law Rosie picked me up from the station, and then it took us forever to get into Harrogate. You couldn't park anywhere. It took us ages to park. So anyway, we lost an hour or so, I think. But then we met up in the convention centre. So at this point I'd met Dawn and Rosie, and then we were meeting Leslie and Julia, so we had to find them. And then we were meeting up with Jen for food afterwards, but we also bumped into her during the day. And I just can't describe the day. It was like we'd known each other forever. We all got on with each other. We all encouraged each other to buy things. We all encouraged each other, you know, what have you chosen? What are you going to make with that? Have you seen this pattern that would work with? It was just a lovely group of ladies, just absolutely fantastic group of ladies. And I must admit, we were having that good a time. I've hardly took any pictures or videos of the actual show. So at the end of this, I will put in anything that I took, but just an absolutely fantastic group of ladies. It was sad that 3 of them couldn't make it, but we have plans to meet, to do loads of things next year, and I think we're friends for life now. It was just so lovely. So we obviously wandered around the show. I think we missed half of it. We were just chatting and stuff like that, and you know, we all bought what we wanted to buy and we just had a lovely day. And then we'd arranged to go for something to eat. I'm just going to have a cup of tea. Unfortunately, I am still getting over COVID. I had COVID a couple of weeks ago. I don't think I've been on since then. I ended up with COVID even though I'd steered clear of it for like the 3 years or whatever. And then I got COVID a week before I was meant to go to Portugal. So ended up in Portugal, which was absolutely fine, but I think it's made my chest worse. So I've got a hot cup of tea. So anyway, so then we went to the Ivy and it was lovely. They had the tree up. We had a lovely table set for us, and then we met Jen there. So everyone was getting to know Jen. Some of us had afternoon tea, some of us just had a meal, but the food was fantastic. We had a couple of glasses of wine. It was just so lovely, and it was just, I know I organised it and people kept saying thank you so much for organising it, but I'm just so glad that I did. I pushed myself out of my comfort zone by putting myself out there and saying, does anybody kind of want to come with me, and then we'll go to the Ivy for food. And then when I put it out there, I thought, what have you done? But it was fantastic. So we came out of the Ivy, and myself, Julia and Leslie went down to the train station because Leslie's train was due. This is where then the disruption started again. So I'd had a notification about an hour before to say that my 6:25 train back to York to change to come home was cancelled, and that I could get on the next one, which was like an hour later. So I went into the train station, I asked if I could get on the one before, said yes, fantastic. So the one before at 6:05 was then delayed till 7:20. Thankfully, when I did actually get on the train, it was very quiet, so I just had a very relaxed journey back. Changed at York, that was still on time. So I think my husband picked me up from the local station about 9:15, so I was back in for 9 o'clock, but that was a long day, very long day, but fantastic. Best day ever. Thank you, ladies. You all want to know, what did I buy? Right, well, let's have a look. So you might have seen when I first started my vlog that as a teenager I was into cross stitch, and Dawn's daughter-in-law that came with us, Rosie, she's just very, very new to everything, but she loves cross stitch, so she was well away with all the cross stitch stalls. I do not know what stall this was on now. If I can remember, I will link it in the description box below, but I got this cross stitch kit. So it is this, it's like a Christmas house, but then above the door there you put whatever your household name is. So I have bought this to make, hopefully in time for next year, and then I can put it out every Christmas. So it's on 14 count Aida. It doesn't have any sort of back stitch or anything like that, so it's just lovely, so I picked that up. Then we went on to the Higgs and Higgs stand, and they had loads of remnants in baskets, all lovely wrapped, with the size and the price on. So about 3 of us picked up the same one. So the first one that I got was this cotton jersey, which is on like a khaki background with black dots, and I think this was something like 1 metre by 1.50 meters. So I'll make some sort of a top with that. So then after that I picked up another remnant, and it was this lovely cotton jersey again, and it's like I think this was 80 by 150, and it's got like jungle animals but all in pastel. So you've got flamingos, elephant, another type of bird there. So, and that's on a white background, so that is lovely. And then we went round and round and bought whatever we needed, and then we went back to Higgs and Higgs, sort of the main stand, and I saw and fell in love with this absolutely gorgeous like rib knit. So it's in like a baby pink, so it's got quite a lovely drape on it, but it's like a rib knit, so it's like a cable running through it. It's lovely, and it feels just so soft. So I got 2 meters of that. That wasn't cheap, that was like my luxury buy, but it's lovely. And then what I realised is that these actually really go well together. That picks the pink of that out. So I was thinking sort of luxury lounge set, some nice sort of joggers and a little cardigan, and then that as a little t-shirt underneath. But I'm not sure because this was quite expensive. That would actually make something like the Mayfair dress as well, and so I'm not sure, but I absolutely loved that. And then this is where I found that we were quite inspiring. So Julia knew exactly what she wanted. She knew the patterns she wanted, she knew the fabric that she wanted, and I've never actually been aware of this pattern company or this pattern, and I had it made up on a model and I fell in love with it. Just got another cup of tea. Another cup of tea? Another mouthful of tea? No, oh my god. Another mouthful of tea. So it is this Emporia Patterns Kobe dress. So it says a great design for beginners as it's no closures or darts, making it very easy dress to sew. The attached obi style belt means it's also the perfect dress for all body shapes. The dress also features super practical inseam pockets, and it is in sizes, it says small, medium, large. It's in sizes 8 to 22 overall. So that is fantastic, and you can make it in a cotton, a chambray, a denim, a viscose, a crepe, a cotton lawn, silk, peach skin, rayon or cotton sateen. But I just think it'll just look lovely in a drapey fabric pinched in at the waist there, so I'm really looking forward to doing that. And then we'd already been on the Lady McElroy stand, and they have rolls of the fabric for £15 a metre, but then they have remnants hanging up, what they're doing for £12 a metre. So I got a 2 metre piece of, I think this is called Savannah, and it is this like sort of, it's, I don't know whether it's viscose, I think it's a cotton lawn, and it is, I'm trying to get this the right way up because it's got birds on, so it's leaves, big leaves with birds on every so often. Have we actually found a bird yet? Let me find a bird. There's one, hummingbird. And that is I've got 2 metres of that, and I just thought that making the Kobe in that for the summer, so this is a summer project, would be absolutely gorgeous. So I was excited with that, so it meant that I went and bought that, and then I justified to myself why I needed to buy Lady McElroy. Could have bought a lot more. So that was that. And then the other thing that I bought was the little magnetic pin dish from Ethel and Joan. So she was so lovely, the lady, oh, sorry I really don't know her name, on Ethel and Joan. She was telling us how she makes things, how they came to find the name for the company, which is her 2 grandmothers' names. And then so then we had a little group discussion of what ours would be called, so we all had to say what our 2 grandmothers' names were. So it's a lovely sort of resin magnetic pin dish, and I've already used it because when I drop them on the floor you can literally just go around and get them up like that. So that is my stash from the show. Not a lot of pieces, but I spent a lot of money, which it was fantastic. It was just, I haven't shut up about it really since I got back. I've been telling anybody who will listen, and we're already arranging to do, we've already said we're going to do again next year, but we're wanting to do Sew Brum. We might do Knitting and Stitching at Ali Pally, the Dressmakers Ball. You know, we've met a lovely little group of people now. So yeah. Did anybody else get to Harrogate to the Knitting and Stitching Show? What did you buy? Did you buy anything that I bought? What do you think of my purchases? And just let me know if you've met any new sewing friends lately and how that's going for you. So please give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed the content in this video, and please subscribe if you want to see more content from me. I've also in my description box got a link to a Ko-fi account, so if you want to buy me a virtual coffee, I don't actually like coffee, so tea, that just helps me with my content really. It means that I can afford to go to places to buy fabric to show you all on here. So until next time, bye.